Yeah, sure, Carlos. That third quarter, you guys, the defense seemed like really fell apart compared to the other three quarters. What did you see as the difference in that frame in particular for you guys?
Well, I just thought we had just kind of a lack of focus our third quarter. We came out and we didn't produce the way we should have. Game plan wise, we thought we were going to be in a situation where we had exactly what it took to defend them at a high level. But otherwise, I mean, it showed us otherwise because again, they came out with some actions and it just fell apart. So we wanted to make sure that we were able to pick ourselves up. And I thought we did a pretty decent job of getting back in the game, but that third quarter did hurt us.
Some players have talked about third quarter struggles recently. What are halftime talks kind of like? Is there anything that can be changed in halftime to make third quarters better, or is it just something that is going wrong in those quarters and it's coincidence?
Well, I just think it's coincidental, to be honest. That's something that we'll talk about, me and my staff, a little better starts for the third quarter so that we can, come out with a better just sense of focus. I think sometimes, it's just one of those situations that people come out and they're kind of lax and not as focused as they should be. But we're going to make sure that doesn't happen anymore.
Zion, go ahead.
Coach, when you look at this game and the offensive struggles you guys had, did you feel like it was a process sort of thing, or is it just about getting some of the shots to fall?
Well, I think it was about getting a little bit of both, actually, to getting some of the shots to fall, but it was definitely some of the things that we done from a strategic standpoint that could be, just tweaked and not necessarily bad, but we just need to make sure that we're more fluent offensively.
You guys had 21 turnovers. Atlanta had 22. You guys are two of the fastest, high-paced teams in the league. And I had asked Marianne about this a few times. Just what is that kind of balance, that trade-off for wanting to play fast, but also not wanting to turn the ball over a lot?
Well, I think we definitely are talking to our team about playing faster and getting up and moving the ball, pushing the ball, because we have those type of players. But I think you have to make sure that you are efficient in the open court when that happens, because you don't want to give other teams the opportunity to score off of your mistakes. And I think we did, a semi-poor job of that tonight. But when things are rolling and we're doing good in transition and we're making the right plays, then it's a lot different. But tonight, it was unfortunate.
Guys, this one's for Kelsey first. I just asked Coach about it. I asked the same thing, just about the turnovers. You guys had 21 turnovers, and I know you guys want to play fast, but sometimes those turnovers can come with that. So how do you try to balance and manage that out?
For us, it's all about mentality right now. We're real loose, we're real casual, we're lackadaisical, and we soft. And that has nothing to do with any ability on the court, anything you could practice. That's just not being soft. And that's where we at right now. We battling everything that's off the floor that has to do with internal stuff. So that's where we at with it.
And then my other one for Henny is just about asking Alyssa about last week is, coming out of college, having so much success in college, team success in college, and then adjusting to the NBA, to the WNBA, where it's more of a process. How do you kind of manage that shift and manage that this is a little more difficult to win here?
To me, it's just about habits. For me personally, I've been in this position before. Yes, I've came from a great team, but I've also been in a position where we were losing games. So it's just mentality. I feel like you just got to be mentally strong and just fight through that adversity.
Tony, go ahead. Yeah, Kelsey, have you guys talked about how to fight through that softness or whatever you guys have called it internally? How do you get past a bit like that?
We just express to one another that you either buy in or you get out. Myself included. If I can't give everything I gotta give, then don't play. That's where we at. And it's raw and uncut right now, but that's what we need. There's no more sugarcoating the idea of us losing, how we losing. We in every game close, and it makes no sense that it comes down to effort. And that's where we at with it.
Do you feel like, you talked about third quarter struggles before. Do you feel like that's a big part of that frame specifically going poorly for you guys?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Third quarters where you go from sitting down and talk about a game plan to actually coming out and play, and teams punch you in the mouth. and we always have success going in the third quarters for the most part. So for us, it's about making sure we're not being soft, making sure our mentality is a strong one, and that our team is united to make sure that we don't have third quarters as bad.
For Henny, you guys kind of thrive as a speedier transition team, and this game was really slow-paced for both of these teams. How do you get out of a funk like that when you guys are better when you're playing faster?
I feel like communication. I feel like as a unit, we need to communicate what's happening on the court. And if none of that's happening, then we may have a few people that's spraying off and wondering different things. When if we just communicate it on the court, help each other and pick each other up, that'll ease everything.
Gabby, anything for Henny or Kelsey?
Yeah, for Kelsey, just what has practice been like the last week or so? Obviously, when you are having these third quarter slumps or just not having the energy that you guys want during the game, like, how has practice been going, and have you been seeing that energy in practice?
I'm gonna be real with you, and maybe I'm not supposed to say it, but we have to stop practices sometimes because when we start, it's like we start in the third quarter. And us as captains, us as leaders, and even our youngest are leaders. Everyone is a leader. We have to hold each other accountable. And we sometimes in practice, lately we've been having to correct certain energy and certain effort. So we either gonna be the last team on the board again, or we can buy in. And that's just where we at, Gabby. I can't even lie to you.
How do you think you, as someone who's one of the most experienced players on the team, can help with that buy-in? Or what do you think needs to happen for that buy-in to occur, across the board?
I think the big part of it is communication and being able to lean on one another by communicating. For example, it's just as small as resending the text message to say, all right, we got film at this time, we'll do. It's like reiterating certain stuff so we can make sure that everyone is on the same page and everyone knows it. And I think that's carry over to the court because we've been having some problems as far as just people knowing where we got to be and what we got to do, myself included, about knowing certain positions, and it's just all about communicating. So if we can communicate and take that mentality and put it together, I think we got a good chance.